Hey guys, it's Rebecca Oberstadt, and in today's declutter, I'm going to be going over all of my single shadows, pan eyeshadows, loose shadows, that kind of thing. I have quite a few of these. A lot of these have come from subscription services, things like that. These are what I used to do my makeup with. A lot of these are older shadows. I do have quite a bunch of the little ones and stuff that I have in here are newer. I'm actually not going to declutter any of these, so I'm going to go ahead and move those to the back. Now, or not, stay. These eyeshadows that I have here on the sides, these are 15, 20 years old. And some of them I've used, some of them were broken and I used alcohol to put them back together. Some of them I just, for whatever reason, I have them, and this one here I've used quite a bit. There's actually a pan on it, but I'm going to go ahead and these are going in the trash because they are so freaking old. So there's 5 I'm getting rid of right there. Then I've got these little palettes. The LA Color ones I got for the dollar store makeup challenge, and I have 3 of them. I am going to go ahead and keep them. These are super soft shadows, but the pigmentation on them is fantastic. So I'm going to see if there's a way for me to get these out of here so I can put them in here. That way I don't have these bulky packages anymore, but I'm keeping those. This one here from Maybelline, I've had for at least a decade. That's going in the trash. This is a quad. This is a Marcel quad. This is the eyeshadow duo in Rock and Rose, but they sell these in quads. And this one just only has 2 shades in it. But I kept hearing that rattling noise. I'm like, what the hell? I turned this thing over and upside down and I couldn't figure it out. And finally I realized that you open it up and there's 2 little sponge tip applicators in there. So these are both really pretty shades. I just forget that I have it. I'm going to keep that. This came from Ipsy. This is a Pixie by Petra. As you can see, it shattered. It arrived broken. They did send me a replacement for it, but I figured why open the replacement when I've tried to I've repressed this 4 times. Every time I put alcohol on it and I try and squish it back in the pan, I think what I'm going to end up having to do is take this entire thing and scrape it out, reconstitute it with alcohol, and then smear it back in. I do like both of these shades. This is in Orchid Ornament, and I really like it. They have a quad that is, I think it's a quad. It's either 5 or 6 shades, and they're shaped like this, and there's 6 shadows, 5 or 6 shadows in it. That's the purple one. This is similar to that. So then we have my singles. Now, these here, all of these that are in the back are mine from my line of cosmetics. This one I'm going to go ahead and keep, and this one here, I have repressed it so many times, and if I sneeze on it, it shatters again. So that's going in the trash. The Luna by Luna, I like, let me pull out. Okay, all of those have come from subscription boxes. I do like them. I do use them. This one I just got recently from Ipsy, so I'm going to definitely keep that. This was an eyeshadow. It came in a palette, and the shadow in the palette was actually shattered, so I picked up all the loose powder and put it in here and mixed it with alcohol. And it's actually a really pretty creamy white shade with a hint of yellow and a little bit of iridescence sparkle to it, but that's why that's there. This one I bought, and then this was part of the dollar store makeup challenge. I thought it was a blush because it says Cheeky on it. Cheeky's the color. It's not a blush, but it is a beautiful blush shade, and it's a beautiful eyeshadow. So I plan on keeping that as well. I'm gonna stack these little boogers back in here. Okay, loose eyeshadows. Some of these are raw pigments from the private label company that I used to work with. You've got a high definition loose paint, a pigment, a pigment, a pigment, oh, this was a shade that I mixed for a customer for like her graduation, and it's this beautiful like silver and purple glitter. I'm not even quite sure if the camera's going to pick it up, but it's got a pigment base, and then I did add the glitter to it after. So this is a raw pigment with shimmer in it, and I think it's beautiful, and this is what was left over from hers, so I kept it. This mask, it's in foiled again, came from a subscription service, and then this LA Colors one, it's like a little weird like applicator, and I got it again for the dollar store challenge. I got this as like the highlighter. I forget that I have it because I usually keep it in my roll cart, so I need to move this to where I have access to it a little bit better. But I'm going to go ahead and keep all of these because, I mean, the pigments are like super, super powerful. So there's all of those, right? Let me move some of this stuff over. Then we get into the big mamma jamba. This is the kit that I bought from True Colors at a hair show at the premiere in Orlando. And all of these are loose shadows, whether they're matte, they're shimmers. There's some glitters in here. The glitters I will most likely keep, and I'll probably stick those, you know, they of course won't fit in my glitter drawer, but I'm going to be getting rid of all of these. I'm going to try and like sell these. Some of these, they're like beautiful, absolutely beautiful, but I've got like rows and rows and rows and rows of them, and I just don't reach for these kinds of products at all. I have them, I could use them, that I have a wide assortment of colors for them, but I mean, I don't reach for them. Let's see how many stacks I have. I have 18 stacks, and the glitter one, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and keep. So I'm going to be selling all 18. Oh, you can't even see them. I'm going to be selling all 18 of the stacks on my Depop store. I will leave that linked down below. So I'm actually going to just put these all right back in here, because I will just use, that was a good save. I will just use this to put everything in that I have to list on Depop, because I've got quite a bit of stuff that I'm going to be selling. And I think for my single eyeshadow collection, I didn't get rid of a whole lot, but a lot of it was like the things that I did get rid of were older products. So I'm getting rid of 7. I'm keeping a lot more, but a lot of those are like things that I use, things that I pull from my Shop My Stash. So I'm kind of happy with this. And the next thing I have to declutter are eyeshadow palettes. I am going to be getting rid of a couple of them. I think I've got like 20 eyeshadow palettes right now. So that will be the next video that I record. But for right now, this is all of my like singles and loose and pan eyeshadows that I have in my collection. If you do like these declutter videos, please let me know down in the description or in the comment section. Please feel free to like this video, and I will see you guys in another video very soon. Hopefully you guys have a great day or night wherever you are. Bye.